castle built on top of the door to hell, to a Persian princess mummy laid to rest according to Egyptian customs. Some mysteries have remained elusive since the day they were discovered. That being said, today we're diving into 20 of the most mysterious things that will leave you scratching your head. Number 20. The Mystery of Houseka Castle. Located in the whispering forests of the Czech Republic, the Houseka Castle is a Gothic marvel. It was built between 1253 and 1278, under the reign of Ottokar II of Bohemia. Its grandeur is undeniable, but its purpose is shrouded in mystery and wonder. Local legends passed down through generations weave a chilling tale about this enigmatic castle. According to these stories, the castle was constructed over a vast, gaping pit, one so deep that the bottom was never seen. This pit was rumored to be a gateway to hell, a portal from which demonic creatures would crawl forth under the cover of darkness to terrorize the nearby villagers. The very air around this pit was said to hum with an unnatural energy, and the forest seemed to shiver with an otherworldly chill. In a desperate bid to contain these horrors, it is said that the castle's chapel was built directly over the abyss. The idea was that the sacredness of the chapel would seal the pit, trapping any malevolent entities that tried to escape. While historians might dismiss these tales as mere folklore, the legends persist. Number 19. One of the internet's oldest mysteries. From ancient legends of dark portals to the digital mysteries of the modern age, humanity's fascination with the unknown continues to captivate our imaginations. With that said, in August 1996, a curious enigma began to unfold on the early internet. This puzzling event was known as the Markovian parallax denigrate. It all started with a seemingly innocuous series of posts on the Usenet newsgroup alt.religion.christian.boston church. The posts were a jumble of cryptic text, filled with a bizarre assortment of words and phrases that made little sense. People started to speculate about the true nature of these enigmatic messages. One theory proposed that the posts were generated by an early form of text generation algorithm, possibly using Markov chains. According to another theory, the messages might contain a hidden code, deliberately obscured in such a way that only someone with the correct key could decipher it. However, despite various theories, the true purpose behind the Markovian parallax denigrate posts remains a mystery. Number 18. Cornwall's Nessie. While cryptic messages sparked intrigue online, tales of the unknown also swirled in the depths of the sea. Off the rugged coast of Cornwall, England, there lurks a legend that has both enchanted and baffled those who dare to look. This legend speaks of Morgar, a mythical sea giant whose name in Cornish means sea giant. Morgar's story began to take shape in the 1970s, a time when fascination with unknown creatures was at its peak. The tale of this creature began with a local resident named Mary F. She described seeing a colossal creature with a long neck and a series of distinctive humps gliding through the water. Her sighting was accompanied by a series of photographs that she took during the encounter. Despite their lack of clarity, they show what appears to be a dark, undulating shape moving through the water. The buzz around these photos fueled many theories and speculation. According to some enthusiasts, Morgar might be an undiscovered species.
This great neck emerged from the water.
Others dismissed it as a case of mistaken identity. As the years went by, the creature's absence only deepened the mystery. It kept Morgar straddling the line between myth and reality. Number 17. A horse or another animal? Just as Morgar's legend haunts the waters of Cornwall, the Uffington White Horse brings mystery to the rolling hills of Oxfordshire. Stretching approximately 364 feet in length, this ancient geoglyph is crafted from deep trenches filled with crushed white chalk, creating a striking contrast against the surrounding lush green terrain. The Uffington White Horse stands as a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of ancient peoples. However, the questions about its origins and meaning are as deep as the trenches that define it. According to recent studies, this geoglyph might have originated in the late Bronze Age, specifically around 1000 BC. This new timeline places the White Horse over 3,000 years old, making it one of the oldest hill figures known in Britain. The ambiguity of its shape has led to various interpretations over the centuries. Local legends offer intriguing, albeit speculative, connections to the White Horse. According to one popular tale, St. George vanquished a dragon on the nearby Dragon Hill. The White Horse was created to commemorate this heroic feat. Despite the uncertainty surrounding its origins and meaning, the Uffington White Horse continues to be a subject of fascination and reverence. Regular maintenance is carried out by dedicated caretakers to ensure that the figure remains visible and doesn't become obscured by vegetation or erosion. Number 16. The mysterious standing stones of France. The Uffington White Horse might just keep its secrets in the English countryside forever. However, the Carnac stones stand as another puzzling relic of the ancient world in France. This remarkable site is home to over 3,000 standing stones, making it the largest collection of such megaliths in the world. For centuries, archaeologists and historians have been captivated by the Carnac stones. Yet the purpose of these ancient monoliths remains an elusive puzzle. Some researchers speculate that the stones were quarried locally. However, moving such enormous blocks of stone over long distances is a fascinating challenge. Recent studies have uncovered geometric patterns in the arrangement of the stones. This hints that the builders had advanced knowledge of astronomy and mathematics. However, according to local folklore, the wizard Merlin, a figure of great magic and mystery, turned a Roman legion into stone. The orderly rows of menhirs, in this tale, are the petrified remains of these soldiers. Regardless, the Carnac stones continue to fascinate and mystify those who encounter them. Number 15. The mysterious medicine wheels of North America. Now, this debate over the purpose of the Carnac stones might never end. However, the medicine wheels of North America are another ancient mystery to be unraveled. These massive circular stone arrangements date back 5,000 years. They might have been constructed by various indigenous tribes, like the Sioux, Cheyenne, Crow, and Blackfoot. Each wheel consists of a central stone cairn, which is then surrounded by an outer ring of stones, with spokes radiating outward from the center. It creates a pattern that is both intricate and awe-inspiring. Among these remarkable formations, the most grandiose is the Bighorn Medicine Wheel, located in Wyoming. The stones, carefully placed to form a giant, geometric pattern, seem to whisper secrets of a time long past. Yet, despite their impressive scale and design, the true purpose of these wheels remains a subject of intrigue and debate. The medicine wheels have puzzled historians and archaeologists for centuries. One theory suggests that the medicine wheels might symbolize something more abstract, like the Great Circle of Life. Number 14. A mysterious Persian princess mummy. Next up, we have a Persian princess mummy, which, like the medicine wheels, sparked extreme intrigue and skepticism. It was discovered back in 2000 in Pakistan. The find captured the imaginations of archaeologists and history enthusiasts alike. However, as the years went by, the excitement surrounding this enigmatic mummy began to unravel, revealing a tale far more complex than initially thought. The mummy, dressed in a golden crown and mask, appeared to be an extraordinary relic from the past. Inscriptions on the artifacts claimed that the mummy belonged to the daughter of Xerxes I. He ruled from 486 to 465 BC. Initial reactions to the mummy were filled with excitement. Experts and historians eagerly anticipated what this find could reveal about Persian burial practices and ancient history. However, as investigations progressed, the glitter of this discovery began to tarnish. Radiocarbon dating of the mummy placed its age around 600 years, which cast serious doubts on its claimed origins. The embalming techniques used on the mummy were different. The preservation methods resembled those of ancient Egyptian mummies. This raised questions about why Persian royalty would adopt Egyptian practices. Additionally, the wooden sarcophagus did not align with the style of the Achaemenid period. Number 13. A mystery older than Stonehenge, Göbekli Tepe. While the Persian mummy's story was falling apart, Turkey's Göbekli Tepe was stepping into the spotlight with its own ancient mystery. Göbekli Tepe was discovered back in the 1960s, and at that time, the site was a complete curiosity. Göbekli Tepe predates Stonehenge by about 6,000 years and the pyramids of Giza by 7,000 years. This timeline places Göbekli Tepe firmly in the Neolithic period. It's remarkable for its massive stone pillars. They're adorned with detailed carvings of animals like snakes, scorpions, and birds. These pillars are arranged in a series of circles, forming a complex layout that hints at advanced planning and a deep understanding of space and symbolism. The carvings on the pillars are enigmatic, and the layout of the site offers more questions than answers. Adding to the intrigue, Göbekli Tepe's builders deliberately buried the site around 8000 BCE, covering it with earth and leaving it hidden for millennia. Why did they choose to entomb this monumental structure? What were they trying to conceal or preserve? This act of burial has preserved the site remarkably well, but it has also left archaeologists with more questions about the people who created it and their reasons for abandoning it. Number 12. The Alaska Triangle. As Göbekli Tepe's secrets lie buried, the Alaska Triangle serves up its own chilling mysteries with a side of unexplained disappearances. You've likely heard whispers of the Bermuda Triangle, a mysterious expanse of ocean renowned for its eerie reputation. However, have you ever heard of the Alaska Triangle? Since 1988, over 16,000 people have mysteriously vanished there. It's a staggering number that grows each year. The terrain alone is treacherous, with its dense forests and towering peaks presenting serious challenges to even the most experienced travelers. The weather is notoriously unpredictable, shifting from clear skies to fierce storms with little warning. One of the most gripping and perplexing cases connected to the Alaska Triangle is the disappearance of the United States House Majority Leader Hale Boggs and Congressman Nick Begich in 1972. They were traveling by small plane from Anchorage to Juneau when they vanished without a trace. Despite an extensive search operation that mobilized 400 aircraft and numerous boats, no evidence of the plane or its passengers was ever found. Number 11. The Shugborough Inscription. The Alaskan Triangle might keep us guessing with its vanishing acts, but across the pond, the Shugborough Inscription tantalizes with a code that's just as elusive. It features a series of 8 letters, O-U-O-S-V-A-V-V, as well as the letters D and M etched on either side. The Shugborough Inscription was commissioned by Thomas Anson, a prominent landowner in the mid-18th century, and crafted by Peter Shoemakers. The inscription is part of a monument that includes a series of mysterious elements, but it's the letters themselves that have sparked endless speculation. One theory suggests that the letters might be an acronym for a Latin phrase, Optime Uxoris, Optime Sororis, Viduus, Amantissimus, Vovit Virtutibus. Translated, this means, to the best of wives, the best of sisters. A most devoted widower dedicates this to your virtues. At first glance, this theory seems to make sense, given the personal nature of the monument. However, critics point out grammatical errors and note that the translation feels awkward and doesn't fully capture the inscription's intended meaning. Despite multiple other theories, the true meaning of the Shugborough inscription remains elusive. Number 10. The Vitrified Forts of Scotland. If the Shugborough inscription leaves us scratching our heads, Scotland's vitrified forts will have you marveling at ancient ingenuity with a twist of fiery mystery. These ancient forts have walls that seem to have been set on fire, hence the term vitrified is used to describe them. The stones, that might have once jagged and separated, have been transformed into a smooth, glass-like surface, glistening under the Scottish sun. This peculiar sight was first noted in the 18th century, but even then, it was hard to believe. Initial theories suggested that the vitrification might have been a natural occurrence, perhaps the remnants of an ancient volcanic eruption. Others thought it could be some sort of elaborate hoax or an artifact of natural erosion. The truth, however, is even more remarkable. Archaeologists have uncovered that the vitrification process was likely a deliberate act. Here's how it worked. Ancient builders constructed walls from timber and stone, then set the whole structure ablaze. The burning wood, fueled by the intense heat, reached temperatures so high, over 1,000 degrees centigrade, that it melted the stone and fused it together. In the 1930s, archaeologists conducted experiments to replicate the process. They built small-scale versions of the vitrified forts and set them on fire. The results confirmed that such intense heat could indeed vitrify stone. just as seen in the ancient structures. Number 9. A peculiar circle in the middle of a wheat field. From Scotland's fiery stone mysteries to Germany's cosmic circles, the ancient world never ceases to amaze with its secrets. In the cold, expansive plains of Germany, an extraordinary discovery came to light in 1991. From the sky, a curious pattern emerged, an ancient structure that would soon capture the imagination of archaeologists and historians alike. This enigmatic site, known as the Gosek Circle, began to reveal its secrets as excavation teams worked tirelessly over the following years. It's a massive, circular arrangement of ditches and wooden palisades, stretching about 75 meters in diameter. One theory suggests that the Gosek Circle might be one of the oldest astronomical observatories to have existed. The ability to track the solstices would have been crucial for agricultural planning, ceremonial purposes, and perhaps even survival. However, the mysteries of the Gosek Circle don't end with its astronomical significance. Around the site, they found remnants of fires, animal bones, and human remains. These discoveries suggest that the circle was not just a scientific tool, but also a place of rituals and ceremonies. The fires might have been used in sacred rites, while the animal and human remains point to possible sacrificial practices. Number 8. The Kentucky Meat Shower. Moving on from cosmic circles to skyward surprises, we have the Kentucky Meat Shower, an event so bizarre it defies explanation. On the chilly morning of March 3, 1876, a shower of meat fell from the sky. The sight was as surreal as it was unsettling. The meat, which came down in an area roughly 100 by 50 yards, was described as fresh, though the exact origin of this strange precipitation was anyone's guess. One theory suggests that vultures might have been the culprits. Vultures are known for their habit of regurgitating their food, either to lighten their load during flight or as a defense mechanism when threatened. This could account for the sudden downpour of meat. Yet, even this theory seems a bit far-fetched, given the scale of the event and the variety of meat types reported. The mystery only deepened as time passed. Despite the various theories, no one could explain how or why such a phenomenon occurred. The Kentucky Meat Shower remains an enigmatic chapter in the annals of historical oddities, a puzzling event that continues to intrigue and baffle those who hear about it. Number 7. The Beast of Gvaudan. Keeping in theme with gruesome incidents that left many shaking in their boots, next up is a beast that kept an entire region on edge. This menacing entity, known as the Beast of Gvaudan, haunted the region of Gvaudan, now part of what is modern-day Lozère in southern France. The Beast of Gvaudan was said to have wreaked havoc over the course of 3 long, harrowing years. The beast was said to resemble a monstrous wolf, though far larger and fiercer than any ordinary wolf. The creature seemed to possess an unquenchable thirst for human blood, preying primarily on the region's most vulnerable, women and children. The news of its attacks spread beyond the region, capturing the attention of the French king. It prompted several military expeditions aimed at hunting down this elusive predator. Despite numerous efforts, the beast remained an enigma, slipping through the fingers of those who sought to end its terror. As time went on, reports of the beast's sightings dwindled, and the terror that had once gripped the region slowly faded into the annals of history. Number 6. North America's only Viking ruins. As the Beast of Gvaudan fades into historical mystery, the discovery of Lanceau Meadows brings an unexpected twist to our understanding of ancient exploration. In the 1960s, Norwegian archaeologists Helge and Anne Stein Ingstad stumbled upon something truly remarkable. They unearthed the foundations of 8 ancient buildings, each constructed in a style strikingly similar to those found in Greenland and Iceland. These buildings were crafted from wood and covered with sod, reflecting a construction technique that had been used by the Norse centuries before. For years, historians and archaeologists had known that the Vikings were the first Europeans to sail across the Atlantic. However, until the discovery of this site, there had been little concrete evidence to confirm their presence in North America. Yet, while the discovery was monumental, it also revealed that this Norse outpost was not a permanent settlement. The evidence suggested that Lanceau Meadows was used intermittently, likely serving as a temporary base for repairing ships and exploring further into the continent. The presence of such a site indicated that the Norse expeditions were more complex and far-reaching than previously thought. Number 5. The mysterious sculpture of the Starving of Saqqara. Just as Norse explorers redefined history, eerie statues from ancient Egypt stir up their own brand of mystery and intrigue. These figures, known as the Starving of Saqqara, stand at a modest 67 centimeters tall, but carry an unsettling presence. Carved from limestone, they are characterized by their elongated skulls, slack mouths, and hauntingly thin limbs. The statues were first brought to light by the Denonville family, famous for their extensive collection of antiquities. Their discovery was intriguing, but it was only in 1999 that the Starving of Saqqara found a more permanent residence at Concordia University in Montreal. Yet, despite their relocation to a prestigious institution, the origins and true nature of these statues remain cloaked in enigma. Unlike many artifacts from ancient Egypt, which are often linked to specific tombs or historical figures, the Starving of Saqqara has no such clear connections. This lack of context has fueled intense debate among scholars and experts. Despite extensive research and consultations with leading institutions like the British Museum and the University of Cambridge, the script has resisted all attempts at translation. Number 4. The Phantom Island of Bermeja. While statues from ancient Egypt whisper their mysteries, a phantom island in the Gulf of Mexico remains a spectral enigma. It's an island that seems to vanish and reappear like a phantom in the waves. The Phantom Island of Bermeja first made its mark on maps in the early 16th century, thanks to Spanish cartographers. It was a fixture on nautical charts, a marker that hinted at unexplored territories and untold secrets. However, as time marched on and technology advanced, the island's steadfast presence began to spark controversy. Modern explorers and satellite imagery, which were supposed to reveal the truth of the Gulf's geography, failed to locate Bermeja. The once cherished island seemed to slip from existence, vanishing from maps and leaving only its ghostly memory behind. In the 1990s, however, the Phantom Island stirred back into the limelight during a heated negotiation between the United States and Mexico. The discovery, or rather, the absence of Bermeja, became a crucial topic in discussions over maritime boundaries, particularly because its potential existence could influence claims over oil-rich areas in the Gulf of Mexico. One of the simplest explanations is that Bermeja was nothing more than a cartographic error. Perhaps early mapmakers made a mistake, a small oversight that was repeated by subsequent generations of mapmakers. It's possible that the island was swallowed by rising sea levels or disappeared due to a catastrophic event like an earthquake or tsunami. Despite numerous investigations and theories, concrete evidence remains elusive. Number 3. The unknown. Meaning of the geoglyphs in the Colorado Desert. The Phantom Island of Bermeja might slip through history like a ghost, but a different kind of mystery emerges from the sands of the Colorado Desert. Not far from Blythe, California, lies a remarkable mystery etched into the vast expanse of sand, the Blythe intaglios. These colossal geoglyphs, some stretching over 100 feet long, are like massive canvases carved into the desert floor, depicting humans, animals, and enigmatic abstract shapes. Despite their striking appearance, the exact purpose of the Blythe intaglios remains shrouded in mystery. Scholars have debated their significance for years, with theories ranging from religious and ceremonial uses to astronomical markers. Some believe the intaglios were created to honor deities or to mark celestial events, serving as a connection between the earthly and the divine. Adding another layer of intrigue, Native American oral histories from the Mojave people offer a different perspective. According to these stories, the human figures depicted in the intaglios may represent Mastamho, the creator of life, a central figure in their mythology. Meanwhile, the animal figures are thought to symbolize creatures of great importance within their cultural lore, possibly reflecting the deep spiritual and ecological connections of the people who created them. Number 2. The never-ending enigma of the Dighton Rock. Now, as Bermeja fades into historical obscurity, a different kind of enigma rocks the shores of Massachusetts. Nestled along the serene banks of the Taunton River in Massachusetts stands the Dighton Rock. This massive sandstone boulder, measuring about 5 feet high, 9.5 feet wide, and 11 feet long, is a captivating mystery etched with a curious array of symbols, figures, and inscriptions. Weighing in at a hefty 40 tons, its surface is covered with an intricate tapestry of carvings, from geometric shapes and human figures to cryptic scripts that have puzzled onlookers for centuries. The rock's surface is a rich mosaic of symbols, some resembling geometric patterns, others resembling human forms, and many inscribed in what appears to be a mysterious script. One prevailing theory is that the inscriptions were crafted by the Native American Wampanoag tribe, who lived in the area long before European explorers arrived. According to this perspective, the petroglyphs might have served ceremonial purposes or been used for record-keeping, capturing the cultural and spiritual essence of the people who created them. However, a more adventurous theory suggests a different origin for these carvings. In the early 19th century, Danish antiquarian Carl Christian Raffn proposed that the inscriptions were evidence of a Viking presence in North America. Raffn's theory was based on the presence of symbols resembling Norse runes, which led him to suggest that the rock's carvings could be linked to the legendary voyages of Leif Erikson and his fellow Norse explorers. This intriguing notion sparked a flurry of interest and debate, leading many to consider the possibility that Vikings might have reached North America centuries before Columbus. Number 1. The Great Force, pulling over 100,000 galaxies toward it. As Dighton Rock continues to baffle historians, an even grander cosmic mystery unfolds in the depths of space. Around 100,000 galaxies, including our very own Milky Way, are being pulled toward an immense and unseen force. To this day, we still don't have a clue about this great force, but we've given it a name. In the 1970s and 1980s, researchers discovered that this force lies in the direction of the Hydra Centaurus supercluster, roughly 150 to 250 million light-years away from Earth. This just so happens to be the location known as the Zone of Avoidance. It got its name because it's in an area in the sky obscured by the dense plane of our Milky Way galaxy, filled with dust and gas that block visible light. That's basically how it got its name. The exact nature of the Great Attractor remains a subject of intense study and debate. It's thought to be part of the larger Laniakea supercluster, a colossal structure containing thousands of galaxies. However, to this day, we're still unsure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.